I think the one thing that reality TV doesn't capture very well is the fact that, let's say, I don't know, one of the shows like MasterChef or something like that, where they throw them into a restaurant for a night and everyone blows up and there's tears and there's everything else. It's like, it's the worst night of my life. It's like, well, get up and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And do it for the next 364 fucking days. It's like, this is why this industry is not easy.
There's something about what that first couple of, I want to say weeks even. Three Eye Atlas. Where are we sitting with this conspiracy?
Three Eye, what's that mean?
Oh, you don't know about Three Eye Atlas? I'll leave it at that, and you guys can do some research and then tell me next week.
What is it?
It's the end of the fucking world, mate. Three Eye Atlas. Have you not heard of it?
No. Not at all.
It's a fucking spaceship that's heading towards Earth.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Three Eye Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object observed in our solar system. A large comet discovered by the Atlas survey, July 1st, 2024.
So a Harvard professor, obviously from Harvard, but he's what do they call astronomer?
Yeah.
Astronomer. Yeah. He's come across with the latest.
I'm an Aries.
What's the latest telescope that they just launched?
the Hubble?
No, fuck, mate. This is 10 times.
Yeah.
It's the something. It's just someone's name.
Yeah. So that just took a photo of it, and the professor from Harvard said, quote unquote, it is a 92% chance that is man-made.
Man-made?
Yes. It's not organic. Because there's lights in the middle of it that are changing colour, and it's dispelling methane, not ice, not water, not HDR. Like, he rattled off all these things of why it's like
it's got some sort of propulsion.
The fucking hairs on the back of my neck.
I don't like this stuff at all.
I love it.
Have we started?
Yeah, we're recording.
Thousands of kilometres a fucking second. This thing is travelling.
I want to stop talking about this immediately.
All right.
Mate, go down a rabbit hole tonight.
I don't want to.
You'll be fucking
I'm going to.
I 100% will not.
Now, there's three more behind it.
Yeah, right. That's Three Eye. I've got it saved in my phone, so I'm going to check it out.
Someone else can just fill me in.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for the fucking...
Don't look up. Have you watched that movie?
Yes.
It's that.
Mainstream
media has not even fucking mentioned
that
it.
That movie is pretty funny. Hello, TK.
Spin your wheels.
Thanks for starting the night with conspiracy theory. It's always fun. Apparently, we're all going to be taken over by alien overlords next week. So,
you sound like my wife now. Why has it got to be a conspiracy?
You said the word conspiracy. I was just repeating what you said.
Hang on, what was the time frame?
Well, it's changing.
I've got to go to Sydney next week. Is it going to be before or after that?
Got to open this fucking restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny, isn't it?
The way I feel right now, but I really couldn't give a fuck if they came down. I'd literally just roll over.
Take me.
I just want to know, because then I might just go and get a ram or something, like what we're talking about today. I just go and get
blow
something nice.
I'll be like the characters out of World War Z, where they just run past you because you're not feeling that flash.
Really?
You know, have you seen the movie? It's such a great movie. The zombies, if you got cancer or you got a disease, they don't want to eat you. So, people are standing there and they don't even realise they got cancer. All these zombies are running around them. It feels as though, because I'm not feeling that flash tonight, I reckon that the aliens would go, oh, fuck him.
Yeah, no.
That butterball will take a miss on that tonight.
Fine. We'll take someone else. There's plenty of people outside they can grab. So exactly.
No.
Exactly. That's really nice. Yeah, take him. I did want to. That actually just piqued my interest in what was I thinking in terms of time. I've kind of had, so we've just opened a new restaurant this week officially on Tuesday night in Brisbane, Marlow. For those, check it out, Marlow Brisbane, Marlow, marlowE.com.au, no free ads. But
he's a good chef, that bastard.
Ollie is cooking some great food, but I've been sort of...
How did he get into Australia? Oh, that's right, it was me. Just saying.
Oh, here we go.
Well, you want to thank you? Or?
No. That's my claim to fame.
You brought Ollie here.
I brought the rock star.
But what's interesting is, like, I've had this kind of, like, you got the dates sort of kind of circled in your diary for months and months and months, and we're sitting in Player right now, which is pretty damn close to being open next week.
Couple of days.
But it's interesting when you get to that point and it's like, okay, well, that's done. but you've still got 10 million things to do. And it's like in your brain, you kind of go, well, I just need to get to that. But then now I'm like, fuck, but now I've got so many more things to do. And I've kind of been in a bubble for probably the last 2.5, 3 weeks with that, just getting everything sort of finalised for Marlo and kind of ignoring the other kids a little bit, which has sort of been, not ideal. Caught up with most of the team in Brisbane today, caught up with the Gold Coast team.
Your other venues feed half of Southeast Queensland on a daily basis.
Certainly at the coast. But it's really important, and for my guys that we do see each other each week. And so, Gold Coast yesterday and then Brisbane today with the other three. And it's just, it's a weird feeling because it's like, well, we've kind of ticked that box, like you've got it open, but now the hard work starts. Like we think it's all hard work, and it is, but really, and I know, like looking around here, I know exactly we were this a week ago. Even walking to the bar across the way, like it's the same smell. It's all the new gear. It's all the new fridges. It's everything's
it's cardboard and dust.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll clean it 5 times between now and next Monday. And I think that, I don't know, it's just that thing for me. It's like when you've got something to, like a mark in the calendar that's not a personal mark either. Because we've been talking at home a lot about having some things to look forward to, and how important that is. Oh, it's critical. And I've never been good at it. Jen is, so she'll, like, we're doing this and we'll have the conversation, but we're doing it.
A bit of advice from me, because I struggle with it as well. And now Mel and I do little small holidays. Yeah. And a holiday, I'm talking about a weekend away.
Yeah.
Go away for a weekend. Like we went to
switch
Queenstown.
off.
Yeah, we went to Queenstown, which is extravagant. But we go up the beach for a couple of days, or because I think it's exactly what you just said then. Having something to look forward to is so good for your mental health.
Oh, 100%.
It just makes you go. Like a good friend of mine's wife's turning 50, and we're going up to the Whitsundays. We're going up there for 2 nights, and it's 3 weeks away, and I just cannot wait. Yeah. I just can't wait. So good.
We've got something coming in November just for a couple of nights as well. But it's like it feels like it's so close, but also so far away. And we've got a couple of weeks booked off in January, which is sort of really looking forward to that. But that seems so far away right now. And obviously, as you know, we're sort of coming into the crunch time from a sales perspective. And you want full restaurants sort of moving forward. And I probably my work probably tails off towards the end of the year because
same as me.
I get everything ready,
everything geared up, and then hand it over to the operators
and the guys that actually do the hard work.
Yeah.
But I just there's something weird about that, having a date in your calendar and then getting there, and it's like, because for me, my anxiety goes up where the closer we get. I know that it's there. There's that thing that's just like holy shit, and then you sort of get everything you need to do done. And there's this, it's kind of a weird, it's not like coming down, not that I would know what that is, but it's, it's that idea of like almost like an adrenaline dump.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of feel a bit sick after it, and I've been traveling this week a bit as well, tired, I'm grumpy, I've been explaining that to everyone all day. I'm sending one-word emails to people today, mainly with question marks at the end of it. So
no emojis.
No, just nothing. It's just like, just fucking get this done. I actually rang... This is how grumpy I was today. I was driving between our office in the Valley to get over to Southside and Marlow, and there was a refrigerated truck in front of me that was stopped, Kangaroo Point Cliffs.
Oh, yeah.
Stopped right there, turning across a double line across 2 lanes of traffic, blocking traffic.
Significant road too.
Blocking traffic so that then that I couldn't get off Main Street. When that light changed, there was 3 people behind me, so we all got stuck in the middle of nowhere. So they were pulling out. I'm honking my horn like a jerk, and then I rang the company.
Did you? Are you cranky old fucker?
I rang them, and I'm like, you have got a muppet sitting at the top of Kangaroo Point Cliffs, breaking the law and ruining my day.
What did they say?
She was very lovely. She said, thank you. We appreciate that. We can find him on GPS. We'll know exactly who it is, and we'll have a conversation with him. I said, just tell him to learn the road rules. And then as I drove off, I'm like, what a fucking asshole I am. But this is
saying that fucking years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, finally. I'm just believing it now. But it was like, it's so...
But mate,
when you're at that level where just little things piss you off.
I was just about to say, I think you should not underestimate the pressure that gets put on you.
Yeah.
When you're opening a venue.
Yeah.
Because we haven't opened a venue in 18 months, and this is a significant venue It
is
massive.
And maybe Corey can put in the website here because again, no free ads except for our companies. But the thing is that this is massive.
Yeah, it's massive.
I didn't realize it was that big.
300 seats. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
And the stress that's people don't realize this is 2 years in the process.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what Marlowe was three and a half.
We started talking about it literally 9 months after Boca opened.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the deal came and it went, and it came, it went.
Yeah.
And I found this analogy to be so true years ago. If you want something too bad, you'll make it happen. You'll try and fit that square peg into a round hole instead of just being fluid. And if it's supposed to happen, it will fucking happen.
Yeah.
And then this happened, and it's been this process has been good, but the stress, because 300 seats. You just think about the cutlery, think about the glassware, think about the
staff.
We'll have
a lot of people.
We'll have a smidge over 600 by the end of next week.
Wow.
In the group.
That's a significant number, yeah.
Yeah. And then I got my my insurance company commented about our payroll and the underwriters, because the underwriters have got to insure, because we use a third party HR company.
Yep.
And so they need, because they work in arrears.
Yeah.
So the 2 weeks worth of wages for 10 venues, that needs to be insured. Not too many underwriters want to do that.
Well, I wouldn't imagine they would.
No.
At all. For probably any venue.
There's one in London.
Yeah, great.
It's expensive.
Lloyd's of?
Yeah, no. I can't remember the name. It's like dog something or something, like dog tooth, or really aggressive kind of. But anyway, you underestimate that and the cost, because you need so many of everything: furniture, cutlery. I'm not selling anybody anything.
No. But mate, the place looks great.
It looks great. Kristen's done a great job. We did Cabaretto, FBI, and Farrago. They've done a killer job. It's come together so well.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I think that
really unique.
Afternoons here in summer are going to be a nightmare in a good way.
The 3-barrel slushy machine.
Oh, mate, that's not going to be enough. That is not going to be enough. Corey, sorry, you don't speak, mate. You've got a fucking half a pizza in your mouth.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. We can tell. But I think, and what's really interesting is like this is there's a big piece of the puzzle for this precinct as well, because it's a big footprint, and so with Boca, with this. The other shops now being full, sort of as you go away here, I think that's just going to be so positive for the.
Well,
for
just
the
even
area.
with the amount of people that we've had on site here working for the past 8 weeks. Wallace and Wood next door, it's a boutique ice creamery.
Looks amazing.
They are busy as in there now.
Really?
Yep.
We've just had a new ice cream joint open up in Sippy Downs.
Really?
Yeah.
Happy days.
I haven't.
Good.
It opened. I don't know, this week, and I haven't been home yet. So
apparently looking forward to seeing your wife.
Apparently it's open till midnight. So I was like,
Jesus, Sippy Downs, come alive.
So the girls all put on the group chat that if I'm ever missing, they know where I'm going to be. So it's just
you'll be one of
not
two
very
places,
nice.
the pizza shop with the ice cream shop.
Yeah, if there was a pizza shop next to the ice cream shop, which there is here, it'd be. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Taco's Pizza ice cream.
Do you want to talk a little bit about? Not the whole process, I suppose, from start to finish, but this bit now, where it's like it's a week before or 5 days before you're sort of going to open the doors. What's being done? Like what's happening behind us? There's there's chefs in there doing some bits and pieces, because no one doesn't look like anyone's like doing anything, but they are, right?
Yeah, they've been. So all the kitchen equipment got put in. What's today? It got put in 4 days ago, but it's only just been commissioned.
Yep.
2 days ago. So Dylan's our head chef here.
What does commission mean? What is it just?
Well, they've just got to make sure it's safe.
Okay.
So gas fitters are going to come along. They turn all the gas on, make sure it's all compliant, basically. Yep. And you need to do that before you turn the key of the venue. And then they submit what they call a Form 15 to the certified to say it's safe. You're not going to blow the joint up.
Yep. Fairly important part of it.
Yeah, and then just little stuff, because we don't skimp on the gear. The kitchen gear's stuff that makes you money. It's like buying a car that's really, really pretty, but the engine's fucked.
Yeah.
You'd never do it. You want a car that's ugly, but the engine's perfect.
A weapon, yeah.
And if you can get a really healthy balance of both of them, then you've got a winner.
Yeah.
So we haven't skimped on the gear, but still, we've just got teething problems. There's We've got a flat plate. Then we've got 2 big flat plates for the tacos. One of them's not getting hot enough. We've got a brat pan at the back that's got a thermostat that's missing a piece. And so it's just teething now. We've got time.
Yeah.
But the guys have been getting all of the, because with Mexican food, there's a couple of sauces that take quite a few days to do, and salsas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've been getting in and hooking into that. A lot of the meat got marinated today.
Yeah.
In the next 2 days, we'll start staff training.
Yep.
So we'll have a full day of food tomorrow.
Yep.
And then the next day will be a full day of wine, and then the next day will be cocktails.
Yeah, nice.
So, and then Monday will be just setting the restaurant up and just front of house sequence of service stuff. But it's hard right now. It's hard because we're kind of half pregnant. We've got the main restaurant and the tequila bar licensed. That license has come through. But we've got 160 seats outside, and that footpath dining permit hasn't come through yet.
Yeah.
And
so is that you're just waiting for council, or do they have to send someone, or how does that work?
No, so people come out, they've marked it all up, we've agreed to terms. All the process has happened. It's just the red tape, and it's ridiculous. And the person in council who looks after it only works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we get told today that there'll be a decision by the 3rd of October, and then from that decision that needs to go to all of the other people in council, and there'll be a decision made 5 days after that. So I'm obviously pushing back on that because we've got a significant amount of dining space out there. And this process has been 8 weeks in the process. So
it's funny, isn't it? It takes longer than it needs to.
It's stupid, mate. If they just... I can't help but think there's people in council that are there and all they have to do is just try and... I don't know, make work for themselves so their job is secure.
Yeah.
Because it's really stupid, right? They came out, they marked the area up. We told them what they wanted. They said, you can't have that, but you can have this. We said, okay. Then they sent a pro forma saying this is what it's going to cost every year, which is $20,000 a year, just so you're aware. And we agreed reluctantly. But
how many square meters is it?
It's fairly big. There's about 150 seats out there.
Yeah, okay. So it's probably about
each
that
seat's about
meters.
800 square meters, 800 centimeters. Yeah, it's about
probably 120, 130, something like that.
So the process is just it's ridiculous. I'm still positive that I'm not positive, but I'm
feeling positive, or
I reckon we'll still get it done.
Okay.
But if we don't, then unfortunately we're going to have to open without the outside license. We'll just do inside.
Yeah.
Which we're not booking any of the outside for the first week anyway, just to keep the kitchen under control.
Do you? Oh no, you don't. I was going to say, can you? No, I'm just about looking at some ways around things, but
I've learned the hard way that it's not worth it because you piss the locals off, you piss liquor licensing off, you piss the coppers off, and
you do that once, then you're done. So.
And we've worked really hard for 20 years in this industry. Like when health came through, they openly said to us, "We just know you guys do the right thing."
Yeah.
So you got MSDS forms, you got food safety program, we've got, and literally he was in here for 5 minutes, walked around, yep, and then we chatted for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But you don't. I can imagine what he sees in his daily life, but we would like to think we're professionals. So
and everything's new, like it's a new build, it's like there's codes that everyone has to adhere to anyway. We at should I? No, they will. At Marlow, we had food safety came in, and there was a delay because of one hole in a wall in the bar, which is 15 meters from the kitchen.
It's not a food prep area.
No. But it was an issue. That seems smart.
Yeah, I would have called his boss. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, her boss. Anyway, it got done. So I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I know that Ollie was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, we were a bit concerned. Not concerned, but like timber benches in a kitchen for many years have been a bit of a no-no. This is food safe.
Yeah.
The roof isn't white, which is supposed to be gloss white, but we go through the whole process. But it's through design where we say, this is what we're going to do. Are you okay with it? And we reach out to
council,
to the food safety guys and go.
The colour of the ceiling is a ridiculous one. I mean,
it's really silly. All they're trying to do is make sure that if it's dirty, the council can see that it's dirty.
See the dirt. Yeah. And I get that, but
Yeah, I know. Again, a rule for the sake of having a rule.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
And how big's Marlow?
So Marlow's 2 levels. So we've got it's roughly 100 seats, including a small outside dining area.
It's probably Fish Lane, right?
Fish Lane, yeah. So it's for those in Brisbane or those that know Brisbane well, it's on the corner of Maryvale and Melbourne Street. So it used to be called Maryvale Flats. So it's an old block of flats. It was built in the 30s. Really cool old Art Deco building, like really, really pretty on the outside. And being heritage listed inside and out, there's a lot of challenges that come with that, as you know, from a building perspective. So everything needs to be approved. You know, you can't cut a hole in a wall. You can't put there's a lot of things you can't do. So that had a massive influence on the design as well. So there's sort of certain walls that are in there that you just go, why is that there? But it means we've got this sort of kooky little spaces as well. So there's like upstairs, there's 2 rooms that were probably a small bedroom and maybe a bathroom that are actually PDRs.
Yeah, right.
So there's one for sort of fits for like 4 people, one sort of fits 6. So, I mean, maybe 4 small people, 6 small people, but you know, so it's a cool design. So Jared did the design, JAR Architects, who do all of our stuff. So
guys.
yeah,
They're good.
Jared's very good. So
and were they excited about the space?
very much so. Yeah.
This couldn't have been a more contrasted building.
Totally, complete opposite.
Concrete and glass.
You've got a blank canvas.
This was 7-meter ceilings, concrete and glass.
So you can do whatever you want.
But you got to try and create the character,
That's
which is
the
really
thing. So
hard.
I suppose that's one of the challenges of getting a venue like Marlow, is that it has the character. It's just how do you put that into a functional restaurant space, and how do you keep that character there without turning it into like this, as in the box before you did all this. So, you know, a lot of work, obviously for the guys, and as I said, the process took quite a long time, but it looks great.
And how have you gone for staff?
Look, pretty good. We've sort of been farming them at the other venues for a little while, so so we've sort of brought them over.
It's just the key, right? When you've got multiple venues.
The challenge is that it's such a different service style. So when we're used to, like, the 2 venues in Brisbane are very much fast casual, and this is not that at all. So, you know, it's changing people's ideas a little bit in terms of staff, you know, giving them the direction to what this is. It's the first kind of, I suppose, from our Brisbane restaurants, for sort of big kids restaurant, where it's, you know, lapping people with napkins and doing all of the sort of the old school kind of service things. So some tablecloths, some not. It's kind of, it's interesting. But, look, there's... like anything, there's always challenges. You know, you get in there, you think one thing, and then it's like, shit, we've got to change this because of this, or whatever it may be. Like all restaurants, storage is a problem. So, you know,
it means you've got the design right.
Yeah.
When you go, where the fuck am I going to put this?
Well, I think my feeling with that is that you got the design right in terms of getting people in the venue, but it is such a critical thing that, you know, we always under spec for storage. Every single venue ever made always under specs for storage. And, you know, that creates some challenges, but they're the things that we just work through. Like, we've got some limitations with the size of the list because of the size of the storage. So it's like, we can only have what fits. So, but like at the moment, it's 211 wines. That it won't be any bigger than that ever. And more than likely, I'll probably drop 20 or 30 in the first few months. So it's still pretty big, yeah. Certainly, we can do what we need to do with it. But, you know, but again, the cocktail list, small. Spirit list, small, because the bars are small. Like, there's two bars, bar on each level.
And what are you calling the cuisine?
Australian bistro.
Yeah, right.
So it's because I think when people say bistro, they think steak frite, creme brulee, classic. So this is, I suppose, elements of that kind of cooking, but with a very Australian bent, but not a native ingredient kind of Australian bent. More so just. A lot of it is a nod to old dishes, things that people are familiar with. You know, there's a trout Wellington that is like the business.
I've seen that on
the duck pie. Like,
let's just try and do something even fucking harder, cooking ocean trout in pastry.
In a pastry, yeah. It's bloody nailed.
How unlike Ollie.
Yeah, but it's delicious.
He's a good cook, that bastard. Has he got a good team in the kitchen?
Great team, really good team.
He's so talented.
Yeah, and we've been fortunate. We've had them for a little while, some of them. So, you know, and he's worked with a lot of them before as well. So there's some, and we've got a couple of sort of rock stars in there at the moment. So Matt Blackwell's in there, which is cool. So he's just sort of hanging out before he goes to Melbourne. But it's nice to have that sort of serious quality chef in there as well. Yeah, exactly.
He'll get a good team together.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, it's one of those things. It's all going well. I mean, it's that, you know, that first week of this week for us is everyone's exhausted from last week already because that was all the soft opens and, friends and family and really nutting out a lot of the major issues. But now this is the first week where it's like, this is real people.
Yeah.
So,
People paying.
People are paying, and you want to make sure that you look after
You only
them
get
that
one
first
chance
visit.
to open it.
Yeah.
And that's what I keep saying to these guys here. Like, we've capped bookings hard.
Yeah.
And
I think you need to.
you just have to.
And we've done the same thing because there's no point like fucking yourself. It's just like, why would you do it? For the sake of a couple of bucks up front.
I will openly say that I think that there's merit in creating demand.
Totally.
Because I don't think, especially if it's a new venue, if you can't get in on Thursday, will you come on Sunday?
Yeah,
You will.
probably. Yeah, exactly.
But if you come on Wednesday and you have a shit time, you're not fucking coming back.
Ever.
So
Yeah.
just...
Yeah.
It's
Slowly,
you've got to look
slowly
at. I keep saying we got to think about tomorrow's money, not today's.
And it's that sprint versus marathon thing as well. It's like, and I think I should use that analogy recently, and it's like, it's not really a marathon; it's just a series of sprints.
Yeah,
It's just like you're just continually doing the next bit.
Yeah,
and it's like, but you've got to be able to get up and do it again, and get
Yeah.
up and do it again. I think that's the thing. I don't know if we've spoken about this before, but I think the one thing that reality TV doesn't capture very well is the fact that, let's say, I don't know, one of the shows like MasterChef or something like that, where they throw them into a restaurant for a night and everyone blows up and there's tears and there's everything else. It's like, it's the worst night of my life. It's like, well, get up and do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And do it for
With
the next
no
364
sleep.
fucking days. It's like, this is why this industry is not easy.
There's
It's
something
not,
about what that first couple of, I want to say weeks even. It's arduous.
it's a grind, yeah.
I think pre-opening, like what these guys are doing now, you can sort of, you get through because it's exciting.
There's still adrenaline there as well.
But once those doors open, the TV goes away. You stop getting too many more mentions on social media, and you're just looking at that booking sheet.
Yeah.
And it's jammed up every day. That's when it starts.
But that's a positive thing. Because
It's
if it's not jammed up, you're like, that's a bigger
Yeah.
problem, right? So,
But if you look at, and this is just my opinion, we haven't had too much drama getting staff for player, and I think it's got a great deal to do with the fact that everyone likes to play with the new shiny things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not the grind of Rice Boy where everybody knows that you're going to go into Rice Boy and you're going to do 1,000 covers for lunch and
Yeah.
1,000 covers for dinner. Like, not 1,000, but you're going to get hammered.
yeah. But
Where here, it's like you got all the flash new gear and
Yeah.
it's new, it's exciting. But what the general rule of thumb is that we'll lose a third of these people
Yeah.
in the first month.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking hard.
Yeah, and it's interesting that churn was, we talk about churn a lot in our business with regards to particularly casual staff and them not staying longer than 6 months, 12 months, whatever it may be. And it's like, well, what are we doing wrong or what are we doing right? And that first month, as you said, you kind of got to ignore that because that's not normal.
It's not normal.
There's nothing normal about it, and it sucks. That's what happens, but that is just what happens. People come in, they think it's one thing, and they come in here and they discover it's something else, and they're like, "Oh, it's not for me." That's okay though as well.
I was saying that when I worked up in the Whitsundays because it's like people go, "Oh, people don't usually stay." When I worked on Hayman, it was like, "Oh, people usually stay for a year,"
Yeah,
and it's like, "Yeah, but mainland time, that's probably the equivalent of 3 years."
yeah,
I think you've got to make sure that you look at it in its entirety.
Yeah.
And when you open a restaurant, it's a whole different element of stress because there's no systems yet. You think you know how it's going to be done. Like
Yeah.
we're sitting at what is going to be pinned as our taco table. I don't know if it's going to fucking work. I've got an idea.
yeah.
I think it's going to be cool as,
Tell you in 2 weeks.
but it could be a big prep table.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is that it's a really good point. Is that there's only so many systems you can plan for before you get into the venue.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, you don't have the luxury of a huge amount of time in the venue before you open, right?
Yeah.
Most people don't. And I think that's the thing where, even last night reading reports, so there's nightly reports that come out to key team members every night from all the venues. So now I've got like a novel to read every morning that of any issues, anything that needs to be fixed, anything else. And last night there's a couple of things that at Marlow, the guys were like, we need to, because of the number increase, we tried to do that, didn't work, we need to do something different. So today was all about breaking that down and working out what didn't work and how we make that better, you know. So I think that's going to happen every day for the next month.
And I think it's important when we go through the process of opening a restaurant, we have to make sure that we're listening to the people.
The customers?
Yeah. Because, again, you think you've got an idea that you think is going to work, but the reality of it is that they might not want that. And you have to make sure that you're listening well enough to be able to just get it done. And I don't want to say the word pivot, but you need to make sure that you
got to be nimble.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because or else you'll just die a painful death.
Absolutely. I was at Australia Som at Marlow last week, and we're sitting there trying to find places to put wine, and we're trying to work out where to put glasses, and we're taking shelves out of cupboards so that we can use that as space for something else. And I just said to her, I said, "How are you going?" She's like, "I'm riding the wave." And I was like, "That's what it is. It's just like you've just got to sit there and go with it, because if you push back against that stuff in that timing, it's just going to end badly."
Yeah.
So it's just like, just let it play out, and then we'll get better.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But there's certain things that we just can't control.
No.
And we're only a part of the business. Like, Bev is 45% of our business. So food does win, I think in most circumstances, and that's totally okay. It should. But, and I said to Ollie the other day, I said, look, that cold room's looking pretty juicy, but I need a stack there. And, he understands that as well. So you got to play well with others. But
Harry just says,
hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. Don't worry. No, he has. He's given us a little bit of room. Thank you, Ollie. But I think there is that. I don't know. It's a really interesting time because like adrenaline's up, anxiety's up, people are tired. It's full on pressure coming from all different angles, personal. And a lot of people, particularly in that like good staff will put pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
Because their expectations are high and they want it to be, which is great. You love that. But there's a certain point where it's like, we need to maybe accept 98% is okay, or 95% or 90 or 80. But that's always challenging. And it's certainly for me, it's certainly something I've always struggled with, is letting someone else do things. But you just can't be in 10 places at once. You can't be cooking in the venue every single time.
There's an amazing book called The Simple Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm rereading it now, and I'm trying so hard to put some of that action into play, because you just can't make everybody happy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to be okay with 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
But one of the things you have to make sure you do, and little things, like I walked in here yesterday afternoon with the biggest tub of peanut M&Ms at 5:30.
Yeah.
These guys have been in here busting it out all day.
Yeah.
In the front of house, have been putting furniture together all day.
Yeah.
And mate, they nearly fucking burst into tears.
Yeah.
And then today,
simple.
I just said to the guys, just go and order a couple of pizzas. There's only 3 guys in there. Like, just little things like that just shows you care.
Absolutely. And it doesn't take too much. I think it's also that, what do you need?
Yeah.
That's the question I ask all the time. So what do you need?
Yeah.
And, we tie our bar manager at Marlowe's like citric acid. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting one. Okay, give me a minute. Honey. Okay, hang on, give me a minute. What's next? So
is there a Coles close?
Mate, there's an IGA across the road that I'm now a part owner in that after last week. So, but again, it's like, because you think you get everything, and then you're always going to miss something.
Yeah.
We had a couple of equipment things. It's like, where are these? And it's like, oh shit. So luckily, we've got, great relationship with the guys at Hospitality Superstore. It's like, hey, help. And they were brilliant last week and just put out some fires before they started, which is really, really good. And I think, again, it comes out of those conversations we've had before about suppliers and how at the start it's so critical. If we didn't have that support from them, we're buying it off them and we're paying them a shit ton of money for all the things we bought from them, but you need their support, because
so many companies don't give a fuck about that.
No, exactly.
Like 100%. Matt Bird, FBI, they have done every single equipment fit out that I've ever done.
Yeah.
He was here at 6:30.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't going home until that was
Sorted.
ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
There's still missing a piece, and he's like, I'm coming back in the morning. I'll be here early.
Yeah.
It's really important to him that it works.
100%. We got last week in Brisbane. I don't know if we spoke about this, but there's one of the wine warehouses got locked out of their warehouse from their landlord. Unsure why, but we can imagine why.
Something to do with the bill.
I imagine it's probably something to do with that. So there's a whole heap of wine suppliers in Brisbane that couldn't access their wine last week.
Oh shit!
So it was like literally a wildfire last week in Brisbane of people trying to get their wine out to get to customers. Restaurants going, I have 20 of your wines on by the glass. I can't get any of them.
They've probably spent 6 months trying to get those 20 on.
Right, so they've sorted it all out, and these guys, exactly. So basically, and I had one of our good suppliers, small supplier, and we're just really growing with him at the moment. And I think we've got 8 wines on the list at Marlow, and he rings me and he's like, we have a problem. And I was like, okay, what is it? And he's like, he explained it to me. I was like, holy shit. And I was like, okay. So this was the week before. It was 2 weeks ago now. So last week I wanted everything ready to rock and roll as of Tuesday last week, and we were about 7 wines short. 4 of them were his, 3 were from some other things, but they're all in there by Friday, bar 2. But because he rang me and he's like, we got a problem. I don't even know what to do. And I was like, well, straight up, I said, that's your booze. You own that, so you're entitled to it, regardless of what any lawyer is telling you. That's your wine. You can go and get it. And so the next day he had the conversation with the lawyers and was like, that's ours. And so did everyone else. And so they said, all right, we'll give you a window on this day to come and get it. Fine. Pretty much everyone pulled it out. But I was sitting there going, I'm panicking about this for 8 wines. This guy's got hundreds of listings all over Queensland that he can't service. So,
and a lot of people wouldn't be as sympathetic as you. They'd be like, well, fuck you.
Yeah, it's not my problem. Yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
The hard bit is the wine game. It's like exactly the same as food game. You're not selling blood diamonds. It's not like
I can go get a Marlborough Savvy from someone else. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that I say, because my young bloke Michael's in the booze game.
Yep.
And I'm like, mate, if you think for 1 second it's about the booze, you're fucking surely mistaken.
I agree with you. It's not. It's definitely not the lead.
No.
The relationship's the lead.
Because one of the hardest things is just, mate, how many? I reckon there'd be 100 people that would chop their arm off to get in front of you for 15 minutes and have a coffee and talk about the wine list.
Yeah, I do get a lot of.
That's what I mean. But I bet you there's a couple out there that would ring you and just say, "Hey, you around for a coffee?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so
that comes with time, right?
That's what I mean.
You build those relationships over time.
This is what I keep saying to Michael. Stop. If you've got decent products, concentrate on the relationships.
Absolutely.
Don't be a pain in the ass.
No.
If they ask for it on a Wednesday, make sure that it's there on a Wednesday.
100%.
And on a Friday, why don't you leave the afternoon off and just call in and go, everyone, you good? You good? Do you need me to go and pick? If you can be really support your venues, then fuck you'll have them for life.
Absolutely.
But if you think it's just selling booze and moving boxes, you're fucking wrong.
And this is, so I was in Barossa earlier in the week and had an extremely amazing visit in the Barossa with somewhere I hadn't been before. And I'm not going to talk about where it is, but it just cemented all of that. It's like it's not like these wines are wines that everyone wants, and they don't sell to everyone.
And it's amazing how, because I know where you went, and it's not something that you will hang your hat on as that particular style of wine is the wine that you'll go to.
No.
But you were like, it was one of the greatest.
Yeah.
It was epic.
Absolutely. And it wasn't, but the wine was only part of the equation.
Yeah,
what was epic was the place and
the
people.
Yeah.
And again, we've talked about this 100 times and I'll talk about this until I'm blue in the face. Wine is experiential. It's always about what's around it. If it's just about the wine, that is so boring.
But isn't that restaurants?
Totally.
That
explains what exactly right.
It's food. I can give you the best food.
Yeah.
But if you've got shit service or a rude server, you'll never come back.
Absolutely.
But if you've got a great server and the food's average, I'm more of a chance for you to get you back.
100%.
But if you can create a space that's comfortable, it doesn't need to be flash.
No.
Fuck, man. Like our first junk restaurant was literally milk crates.
Yeah.
Like milk crates.
Actually?
Milk crates. I didn't have enough money for chairs. We had tables and I put a cushion on a milk crate.
Cushions on top.
I went to fucking Harris Scarf and brought 50 $2 cushions.
It's like every Sydney cafe in the 90s. That's all.
Sorry, I should say Eliza went and got them, not me. But it was fucking. But people didn't give a fuck.
No.
Because back then it was $10 dumplings and they were coming in droves to get them.
For one dumpling or for a serve?
Now would be fucking half a dumpling. But and that's my point. But now we've got these venues and every venue's different. It's got a different personality. But I keep saying it's not just one thing. You've got to make sure that it's hospitality's fickle.
And I think that's we'll talk about this from almost a winemaking point of view as well. There's an alchemy that happens between when you get people, place, all of these quality things sort of working together. Then it's that 1 + 1 = 3 kind of thing. So,
Yep.
there's something that great venues, great wineries, great things have that it's that little bit that's sort of unquantifiable, non-quantifiable anyway,
Yeah.
but it's just something that you can't put your finger on, but there's something extra there. Like the great restaurants of the world, same thing. It's like, I don't know why I love that so much, but I did. And it's that combination of things where the sum of the parts are greater than, that's...
And I was never, like, Boca, I didn't have a hard-on for Boca from day one. I thought it's a decent site.
It is a horrible term. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I remember when we walked through it, and I remember sitting there going, what the
going,
fuck are we talking about
like,
here?
it's not my patch, so I don't know this area really well. And I know that you were the same at Market, but I know that area really well.
Yeah.
So I was... But
yeah, I do remember my first walk through a Market as well. I was like, well, we've all made an error here.
But it was about the 4-month mark, and we hadn't hit our straps in Boca. And I came in with my family, and we sat right on the road.
Yeah.
And we shared a pizza and I had an Aperol Spritz, and it was a Sunday lunch. I remember it. And I was like,
That's
this is a
it.
fucking monster.
This is what it is. Yeah.
And it was not a dime on what it is now.
No.
It's as far as busyness goes. But that was the moment where I'm like, this has that special something.
Yeah. So
people wandering in off the
clicked for you.
beach,
Yeah.
hat on, towel around their waist, walked up to the bar, sand on their feet, and goes, "Can I grab a Aperol Spritz and a pizza to share, please?"
Yeah.
And then go and sit outside in the sun.
Yeah.
It was just, and that was the moment where I'm like, this joint is going to be a fucking weapon.
Yeah.
And it's proven to be one of the busiest restaurants we've ever opened.
So...
And then I quickly signed a lease to go next door.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything from this opening that you've learnt that you hadn't experienced before? Any big sort of, holy shit, didn't see that coming? Positive or negative?
Yeah, a few things. What would be, mate? Probably. It's funny what you can get complacent. Well, firstly, let's speak about the elephant in the room. Zasha is away in Egypt at the moment.
Yes.
My assistant, who's basically the CEO of all of our businesses. She's fucked off for a month. So
Which she's entitled to.
That will never happen again. I said to her, 2 weeks maximum from now on, but she's having a great time. So that was a mistake, but she did book that a year out. So we'll give her some graces there. Don't, like, when you've got more lead time, I think you can get complacent, because I've got complacent with the council in that outside area there.
Yeah.
Where normally there's such a press. And if you look around, I know it's a bit hard.
It's pretty close.
It's close, but we had handover of this site
Yeah.
on Friday, which was 5 days ago,
Yeah.
and builders have still got shit in here.
Yeah.
Where normally we're like,
Handover is handover.
handover today, we've got 2 days of prep, and then we've got family and friends, then we're opening.
Yeah.
But you throw a week in, and they just get complacent. Fuck, leave the ladder there.
Procrastinate.
I'll get that light tomorrow.
We had ladders stolen.
Bet.
We had 2 ladders that we bought because in the venue we've got storage that's high, so we need small step ladders to get up to them. And I've just been told today they both got stolen last week from tradies.
Wow.
It's like, what? Like I can't imagine someone else is walking and just grabbing a ladder.
I get the fact that they always whinge about their tape measures getting stolen.
I get that completely. I did that the other day.
Yeah.
I took one and went back and gave it back, and he's like, "Fucking knew someone took it." I'm sorry, so right here. But yeah, it was so weird to lose a ladder. But
and that would be the biggest thing for me. The more time you get given, sometimes you can be a bit complacent.
I think that's really interesting because again, you get that sort of, you start procrastinating. Like, it's so far away, it's fine. I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
Tomorrow. When you like, I have no choice but to do it now.
Do you work better like that? Do you think when that pressure's on? Like, fuck, I actually have to do it tomorrow.
I do. Like, I don't even have the discipline to work from home. Like, people who work from home I admire so much, but I could find so many different things I need to do if I'm at home with my lap. Even if I go home early, I'm like, just say Millie was at home by herself, Mel had to do something, and I'm like, I've still got to do some payroll, so I'll grab my laptop and I'll sit at the kitchen bench, and then I'm like, I'll go sit on the couch. I'll just flick the telly on. YouTube.
Yeah.
There'll be a 4-wheel drive show or something. I'm like,
bang, that's
fucking so stupid.
Afternoon done.
So now, but you sit me in my office, and I, especially, and this is no disrespect to Zasha because she is my savior, but having an absolutely silent office all day, fuck, I'm punching the work out so fast.
Yeah, right.
Like it's that dead quiet.
Yeah.
and it's funny. I'm so ill-disciplined at home, but I'm so unbelievably disciplined in my office.
In our office, we can have up to sort of 7 and 8 people in there some days, and there's days where I need to get things done, and I just headphones in. It's like that's kind of the sign for everyone. If anyone's got their headphones in, then no one.
Just
yeah.
I'd be getting big ones so they can go.
Oh, yeah, good point. I probably need to get those Corey style mine. So, but
You can have them back. You can have them back.
but it is that thing where it's again that focus. Do you have if you're just in silence, you don't have music or anything going?
No. I don't even like when I was cooking. I didn't like music.
I like certainly if it's sort of data entry stuff. If I'm working on something that's really sort of monotonous, like proving invoices or something like that, where which I do that every week for 5 restaurants now, with every single invoice line by line. Are we getting the discount? Are we ordering the right things? That kind of stuff. And it's a big part of what I do, and it's really, really important. But I just throw some headphones in, and it's like you just put on this like sort of housey. It's like study chill or something like that on Spotify.
Lo-fi.
Is it? Yeah,
it's not a music guy.
And it's just sort of going in the background. It's just a subtle sort of beat, but it keeps you sort of moving.
I'll listen to the radio, or I like, and now I sound like a real old guy, I like listening to
ABC.
Ben Fordham, he does a recap.
2GB
he does a recap in a podcast with no ads, and he does it every day, uploads it straight after his morning show.
Yeah, right.
And I quite like, I like the fact that he's quite political, but he doesn't really, I can't pick whether he's a Lib or a Labor,
that's what you want from.
And I like that
from a journo. That's perfect. That's what you should be getting.
Exactly. And he asks, he hits hard. I like it. So I'm kind of a bit partial to that, but I like the silence.
What about, you were saying The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, it's that orange book, I can't remember the
Mark
author.
Manson.
There we go. Are you listening to that, or are you reading it, listening to it?
I'm a terrible reader.
So at the moment, this is where I'm at in my life, trying with my brain at the moment, I'm listening to The Hobbit.
That's good. Good book.
In my car. This is like complete escapism. And because it's read by the guy that plays Gollum.
Okay. Yeah,
the British guy. Anyway, but he does all the voices, like everyone's voice.
Yeah.
Like it's like fully I'm in another world kind of thing. And it's right now for what I need in my life, it is perfect. Because when I get to wherever I am, I'm not thinking of what I've meant to be thinking about just now. It's like I've got a fresh mind. And on the way home, like this afternoon coming up,
You're excited to listen to it again.
I fucking love it. I love it. And now I'm like, I'm just going to listen to all of the Lord of the Rings next as well. So it's like,
good.
it's, and I love the books prior. I love the movies prior
You're
as well.
a reader, though, right?
Yeah, I was. I'm not, I don't read as much anymore, but I think, it's just that pure escapism to take my mind off, because we've talked about this before. My mind in the car can get ahead of itself, and I start planning other people's conversations with me and stupid things like that. But the ability to just sit there and just like hold the wheel, the car knows where to go now pretty much anyway, put on adaptive cruise control, just sit there, pay attention, but listen to this book. And it's actually been cathartic for me in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, good.
This week in particular, but today is so good.
I don't know why.
They've just got to the mountain. That's great.
I don't know why I remembered this when you were talking about it, but correct me if I've told you, but so I think you were one of the guys who got me onto CBD oil, because I'm a shit sleeper as well.
Yep.
And it's really changed my world, right? And it's
brings us on to today's sponsor.
yeah, sure it should.
Jesus.
Dr. James Stewart, just if you're listening, throw some gummies my way. But anyway, so we went through the whole process, and he's a local guy based in Noosa, and he's been fucking fantastic.
Yep.
Right? But he said to me the other day, because I tweaked my back again, and he's like, mate, I've got this, I've got a pastille, a gummy.
Gummy, yeah.
He goes, try that, because it helps you relax.
Just CBD or THC as well? CBD. CBD.
It's
for the purpose of the story. Oh, there's more.
It's got
acid, mushrooms.
It's called 555.
555. So 5 THC, 5 CBD, 5 what?
So I can't remember. I think I took a photo of it. I'll tell you after.
Chia seeds.
But, mate, I'm like, oh, this would be good. And he goes, don't have it every day.
Yeah.
Because I take a gummy before I go to bed, just as I'm getting myself sorted for a shower, and then I have 0.1 of a mil underneath my tongue of CBD oil.
Yeah.
As I'm going to sleep. an hour before I go to bed. And he goes, just have this if it's a Saturday and you're just chilling and, you know, your back's a bit tight, just have one. He goes, well, you can have 2 if you want, it won't hurt you. I'm like, oh, okay. So this weekend, and Mel comes walking in the door, picks Millie up from horse riding. So all of our family's at home, which is really unusual because we got kids' sport and everything. Aiden's usually working. And I said, Jimmy Stewart sent me these. You want to try one? And she didn't even, because my wife has got the biggest sweet tooth, right? She fucking loves a lolly. And a gummy, like a chewy lolly, is her wheelhouse. And she didn't even ask me what it was, and she just fucking smashed it. And I smashed it. And I'm sitting back and I'm having a glass of wine. Now it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
3 a.m.
No, I didn't even feel anything. And Melissa could not string a fucking sentence together.
Really?
She goes, you fucking roofied me with a medicinal cannabis gummy. And I'm like, I don't feel anything. It must be because I take CBD oil at night and I have a gummy at night as well. That
it's a lot to do with your metabolism,
right?
And how you break down, particularly THC. Different people break down THC differently.
So all week I run into, I don't know how many people that I know, and they're like, "You roofied your missus." And
she's on Facebook going.
When we went to bed, Melissa's like, anything that happens from this point on is not consensual. So whatever you're thinking, I'm like, you are a mess.
Wow.
I don't know
why. Could have to point that out though. But I think yeah.
But I've got so many people, like good friends, who are usually business people who are shit sleepers. Yeah. And it's fucking changed their world.
CBD is one of those things that I think once you understand it and you try it, and if it works for you, some people it doesn't work for. It's like it's such a good thing. And it's that same thing. Like, and Jen talks about this all the time. It's a natural product.
Yeah. And I've never smoked a joint in my life, so I don't know. I can't compare them.
Yeah.
But
me neither.
I don't feel as though that I don't think that I've ever felt stoned when I have it. The only thing I
wouldn't know what that felt like.
Sure. But the difference in my sleep quality has been fucking phenomenal. I implore people to go and check it out if you're
definitely.
If you're a trouble sleeper.
100%, mate. I agree.
The reason I sort of started thinking about that is because one of the things that hurts me in the lead up to a restaurant opening is lack of sleep.
Yeah, totally.
Because my mind is so active.
It's like Christmas is the next day for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so you're getting to sleep generally late.
Yeah.
And then your sleep is generally pretty patchy and you're getting up early.
Yeah, I'm awake at 2 o'clock taking notes.
Yeah, that's
and then doze off, and then I'm again at 5 o'clock. I'm awake.
That was always my issue. The 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock wake up, and it's like, if it's for 5 minutes, it's fine. But when it's like an hour, an hour and a half,
then you
2
pick
hours,
your phone up.
and then you're done. So I had one actually last week? Yeah, it was 3 o'clock. I'm up. I'm like, that was it. I was up. And I was like,
and that's brutal when you're in the car all day.
It's like, so it's a long day. It makes for a long day. But that's just what it is as well.
Yeah.
The good thing is though, generally speaking, it's short term sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before. It's like, people go, but you're only meant to work 7.6 hours a day. It's like, okay, sure.
And you can, but you just got to be okay with the consequence of that.
Exactly.
Like, again, I think I've said on the show before that I'm envious of people like that.
Yeah.
I'm not wired that way because I want to go on a nice holiday. I want to be able to pay my phone bill without worrying what's in the bank account. And for me to do that, it means I just got to get up earlier and go to bed later than most other people. And I'm okay with that.
Absolutely. And it's your decision. It's not like no one's holding a gun to you.
No. And like, I know my mum, she always worries about me and she thinks, why are you doing that? Why are you opening another she's like, you shouldn't do that. You should just worry about your family.
Yeah.
I feel as though after doing what I've been doing for so long now, I've got to the stage where I've got balance.
Yeah.
But the last 5 weeks of opening a restaurant never changes.
No,
it's a fucking
it doesn't
zoo.
matter. Exactly right. It doesn't matter how planned you are, how everything else. It's still going to be madness at some point in time. It might be for a day. It might be for a week. Whatever. It's just accept it. Like I said with Shirali last week, it's like ride the wave.
Yeah.
Because there's no point. If you're going to fight against it, you're going to get dumped.
Yeah. And I just keep saying to all of our seniors, if it gets too hard, put your fucking hand up.
Yeah.
Because like I was cooked today and I went home early for a bit of a spell. Nobody knew that I was gone.
No.
Nobody gives a fuck. Like, I could answer my phone from home.
Yeah.
I was just busted. I went home and I just laid down, trying to keep some water, had a bit of a spell.
Yeah.
Got my emails and that done. And if you're not operational, or even if you are operational, don't be afraid to put your fucking hand up and just say, I'm struggling at the moment. Because We're lucky here. We've got the beach right across the road. Amazing what happens when you kick your shoes off and just go and sit in the sand with a cold drink for 15 minutes and
Absolutely.
just blow some steam off.
I was talking to one of our team at Central who's actually moving down to the Gold Coast, and we're transferring him into Rick's, and he's like, I'm looking forward to going for a surf in my lunch break. I was sort of laughing. I'm like, they all do that, mate. That's a thing. Like
Do they actually?
100%.
Do they?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who mans the kitchen? Because that.
Oh, not necessarily the chefs.
Because I was about to say that kitchen is
They're
like a
working
kitchen
hard,
that
yeah.
never sleeps.
No, but I mean, everyone gets a break
Yeah,
at some
stop.
point in time, and often the guys in summer they'll just go for a quick dip, like we literally just walk
Fantastic.
in, swim,
How good.
back out, boom, done. I mean, at the moment the water's almost lapping at the
fair.
windows again. So, but yeah, I was saying, there's one of the guys down there who's a Marco. I love you, mate. He's 6'4", Italian ex-professional volleyball player, long black hair, and he's chiseled. And one day I'm out at the side at Riggs, and he comes up off the beach, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "All right, hello, what?" I didn't know where to look. He's a good-looking dude, good-looking cut dude. It's like, yep, fair enough. So I sort of breathe in a bit and sort of sit up a bit straighter. And
Feels like a good place to cut it there.
yeah, I think so. But mate, all the best for this week
Thank
and
you.
next week.
I'll let you know next week how we go.
We'll be probably won't be in this venue next week. I think it's going to be this table's going to be full of tortillas
It'll
and
be fun.
I think this is the one and only time we
Might be a bit noisy, but
get to sit at this table.
yeah, I think we will be very, very different if
So
we ever do it here again.
and embrace it. This is probably the last time you'll see us in
The
here.
only time, but
maybe Corey could throw a couple of photos and
Yeah,
There
yeah,
we
absolutely.
go.
kicking around tomorrow.
Well, I think I'm shooting the soft opening.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go. But I think this will come out on Monday.
yeah.
A lot of the food, but you'll be
Yeah.
doing a food shot here in the next few weeks, no doubt. But the food's
next
great.
week.
If you love Mexican food, it's really good. It certainly opened my eyes up to Mexican food because we're not traditional.
Yeah.
We're taking the same approach as what Rice Boy is to Asian food, where we're just a couple of round eyes cooking Mexican food.
Yeah.
Just tasty. So it's good.
I've
Dylan's
tasted
doing a
it,
great
can
job. Harry's
confirm.
doing great job. Have you eaten some food here?
Yeah.
You bastard! I haven't
yeah.
eaten anything out of this kitchen.
I've not out of this kitchen, but
He'll eat food out of any kitchen. He just has a way.
I have because we shot all that lead up stuff. So all
Of
that
course.
fun lead up stuff I got to eat,
Of course.
which was delicious. But I don't know how much of that's on the menu, but
Yeah,
know,
most
it
of
is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
All right. Thanks,
All
guys.
Cool.
Like, subscribe, share,
Yep.
do all the things that you're meant to do.
All of it.
Please.
Thank you.
It'll be great.
Gracias.
Cheers.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Gracias.
Thanks. Bye.